Hey, welcome to the Fireside. This is Sean from Firekeeper Studios, and today we're talking to Kleo, an amazing artist with an incredible amount of vision. Stick around after the conversation for a performance by Kleo of a new song produced and engineered by me. Enjoy.
I'm excited to talk to you because we've been working together for a little while, but there's definitely some stuff that I don't really know about, like, your background.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually the case. Usually, as like an engineer, someone comes in and they just, you just jump into working together.
But we talk.
Yeah, we do, for
Yeah.
sure. I feel like I remember pretty early on we talked about, like, death grips.
Yeah.
Which not a lot of people I work with are, like, into that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that was cool. So, like, on the background stuff.
I just had the thought to say get got.
We need that. We need that. We'll be sampling that, and, like, I'll be throwing that into the track that we're gonna do. Yeah. But, like, as far as your background goes, I'm just curious, like, at the very beginning, like, what was it that what sparked the initial interest in making music?
Oh, the question. Yeah, there was a lot. There's, like, a lot of little pieces that just, like, knocked down the dominoes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess the initial thing was, like, I never really was into music that much.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of BET at my house, like 106 in Park. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's like a BET show where they have, like, top 10 music videos of the day.
Okay.
And it's, like, Monday through Friday.
Nice.
And I just hated all those music videos.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, like, music is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, even I had, like, a music class in elementary school, and they were like, you don't like music? And I'm like, no, I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid.
I knew someone like that in my school who, like, he only liked, like, Star Wars, and I asked him, like, do you ever listen to music? And he was like, no, I just don't really. And that was like high school. And I thought that was, like, so weird. I was like,
I wasn't like that. I liked other stuff too, but nah. Yeah. But then my dad had the bootleg CDs. I was kind of talking to you about that earlier because we were playing Common B.
Right.
And that was one of the CDs. He had Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. And he had I think he had College Dropout by Kanye West, and I just put it into my Xbox 360, and I would be listening to that while I was playing, like, Need for Speed or any other video games on my Xbox. And that was back when you could, like, burn discs onto the Xbox and PlayStation. I don't think you could do that right now. Maybe you can, and just play it in the background. So
yeah, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, it was pretty fire.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I started liking music a little bit. I'm like, all right, like, these people are better than the people I hear on 106 and Park. And then I got into like 7th grade, and my brother was listening to more, like, alternative rappers. Like, are you familiar with the XXL freshman list?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in 2009, like, a freshman list dropped where it was like a bunch of rappers that I really got into. There was, like, Wale, there was Currency, there was this guy named Charles Hamilton. It was just, like, it was weird to me. It was different because there's something that Kanye did that, like, changed the direction of music. It stopped being as, like, gangster rap oriented,
right,
and it turned into more like I'm fashionable and I rap, and I'm just cool. It's just cool guy rappers, and I was like, oh, like, they're cool,
right?
Like, I like this.
A little less macho.
Yeah. And it was like, I rap good. That's why you're supposed to listen to me. I rap well. So I just got into that, and I was like, oh, like, I think I want to be a rapper. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I was in school. I was like, this is whack. I want to rap.
Totally.
But I was embarrassed about it, and it's not easy to talk about. Like, it's not easy to tell people, yo, I want to be a rapper when you're in school. They're like, oh, like, you stupid. You young. Like, that's a bad choice. They tell us not to do that. So time went by, and I wasn't doing that well in school. There was GarageBand on my mom's MacBook, or what's the big Mac computers? I don't know. Are those MacBooks?
I never really had a lot of Apple computers.
Yeah, I just found out that it's Mac because it's Macintosh, and that's the type of Apple. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not the cheeseburger.
Yeah. But Yeah, I didn't know you were funny.
I don't know. I don't know if I am, but
Yeah, so I tried to make beats on there. It was garbage. So then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna rap. And I was really good with words. I had a hard time with rhythm to this day. I need some punching help, some adjustments. But yeah, that's when I started rapping.
yeah. Do you ever make beats at all anymore, or toy with it at all?
Nah, but next month I'm gonna buy Ableton. I'm gonna
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you have like, I don't know, I feel like the fundamentals you can get down pretty easy nowadays, especially with there being so much like help online. Like there's just a million videos about like how to get started with XYZ program doing, like it gets really specific now too. So yeah, it's like a really good time to,
to get
more into that. Yeah.
I wanna I know a lot of people do like this whole they like get synths and like melodies and loops from places and they just kind of throw drums on it. I really want to go into like sound design. I want to really create it from the ground up.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the coolest parts. And I also really want to sample a lot.
Yeah.
Too. Not just like loops, but like I just want to find songs that I've always been like, yo, like this would be a crazy sample.
Yeah.
And I just haven't seen.
No, it's super fun. I'm like slightly scared of doing a lot of sample based stuff because like you just never. It's so weird now. Like I saw this one video where they were talking about like AI being used to like identify samples in music, and even if it was like a tiny sample that was like pitched up and only used like for a split second, like it was able to find it. It was like really freaky.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're going to catch my ass. Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just kind of like, trying not. There's so many options with like making music and beats and stuff. It kind of makes sense why samples are a lot less common than they used to be. Because there's just so much more expense and like potential headaches. But it's so cool though. I really like doing it. But
there was like, I know, how like we're in like a big sample boom and it's not even like subtle. It's just like they take the whole song, speed it up, and just put drums on it. They like literally take the whole song. You just rap over the whole song. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's true. Yeah.
I was telling some of my friends like maybe 8 years ago. I was like, yo, I think we should just really just start sampling things like early 2000s like R&B and just go really ham with it and just like but I wasn't a producer, so there was like, no, that's a dumb idea. Like it's corny. Like these songs are popular and well known. Why would we sample them?
Yeah, now.
And then now it's like the big thing, and I was like, damn, I could have been on this first, and now I feel like I'm riding the wave when I do that. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably for the best though, because like I don't know if any song. I think it's like safe. Like if you're just an artist who gets a couple hundred plays or whatever, like nothing's gonna happen. But if anything ever really blows up and you have like a whole Mariah Carey song in your beat, like obviously that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually already becoming like more of an issue for me, like with sync licensing and like me talking to distribution. They're like, hey, like we want to use your song in this, but does it have any samples? And I'm like, oof, does it have any samples?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Are they cleared? No, they're not.
Right. Yeah. What's your experience like with that? Like, what happens in that situation?
I don't get to use it. I don't get to use that song. That's my experience.
That's fair. Did they like penalize you at all?
No. As long as like as long as nobody finds out.
Right. That's
the
the
AI
thing.
thing is scaring me.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but if that becomes super widespread, I think it could be
hit with a lot of cease and desist.
A lot of creativity and like art is just gonna get like smashed with a hammer if that really like happens. Yeah, and it sucks. But I guess we'll see. It's an amazing world that's being constructed for us every day. Yeah. But yeah, like switching gears. You released an album last year now. Yeah. Yeah. What month was that?
October.
Yeah, that's October what I thought. 13th. But yeah. Tell us about that, Evil Hero.
Yeah. Thank you again for helping me so much on that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's really kind of like my magnum opus. Yeah, I spent like 2 years making it. It's just really the story of this superhero. And it's like, I know it's an album, but it's like a story. I really enjoy albums because that's kind of like the way I got into music were albums. So every time I make an album or a project, I really am focused on the story and kind of like what I want people to walk away with, what I want them to think about, like what themes I'm going to employ. So it's the story of the superhero who's like manic and, you know, like obsessed with like money and like thrills. And, you know, the world loves him. He's beloved by everybody. Like, and they can't really see that he's this manic person. They just see him as really cool. And he's actually like going through it mentally and like emotionally, and he's calling out for help. And like he's just having a hard time, and it kind of just like is about like, yo, who helps people, who help people.
Yeah.
And who like your heroes, like who's looking out for your heroes, and just like a bunch of different other things to think about in that album. Yeah, and it was really sonically my most diverse music. I really was focused about being somebody people can just put on and be like, oh, like this is a good song, like without a doubt. So,
like every song needs to be of a certain standard.
Yeah. And I really like my last project I played. So I would play it for women, and they'd be like, It was just like a anti-woman out like project. They just were like, no, this sounds weird. It was like scary.
Right.
So I really was like intentional about like, hey, like what do you think about this?
Okay, trying to get like feedback this? In the process. Yeah.
And I would try to sing more and be less dark. So like there's one half of the album that's like really bright and like upbeat and has less like minor chords. But then there's the second half, and even the middle I feel like is like scary. But I really wanted at least something for people who don't like the alternative stuff as much to go to.
No, yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I feel like there's a really nice variety of like styles and like also intensities. Like some songs are really heavy, and I think there's one song that doesn't even have any drums in it. It's like almost like an ambient, like I want to call it. I want to use the word beat, but there's no drums in it, so it's like, is it even a beat anymore? I don't know, but
I guess instrumental. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's amazing, and I was really happy to help out. So thank you for involving me.
Of course. Yeah. I think one thing that I missed, which I don't think it would have fit either, but there's nothing to dance to.
Okay.
Like I was listening to it, and I'm like, damn, I really don't make dance music.
A couple like moshy songs, maybe.
Yeah, it's like mosh pit music, which is also very scary. So I just don't. Yeah.
Maybe that's something to try next. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm like, at what cost am I making my music more accessible?
Yeah. I mean, that feels like the classic pattern that most artists go through is like, you know, starting off with something pretty unique and it catches people's ears, and then as they get more popular, it becomes, it's kind of odd because they're getting more popular, but it seems like they're also at the same time starting to like pander even more and make their music even more mainstream as they get more popular, which is like, you would think you already have this big audience. Why don't you take advantage of that to like get more creative?
Yeah.
But a lot of artists seem to go in the opposite direction, which is odd.
Yeah. And I struggle with that. I'm like, am I doing this for me or for other people? And I feel like there'll always be a mix.
Yeah.
Because it's just like when you wake up and you put clothes on, are you doing it for you or for other people? And there's just like a mix with like everything you do. And I don't know if that sounds fake deep, but that's what I tell myself. And
I think it's true. Yeah, I mean, if you're making music, it's so much work and effort. Well, work, I guess you could call it play and work and effort. It's like all these things, but what it is definitely a lot of energy. And it's like for you to put that much energy into it and for it to not be heard by anyone or appreciated by anyone, like that happens a few times and it starts to feel pretty crappy. So it's like, of course you want to find somewhere to meet in the middle that like feels good for you. And I guess, yeah, humans, I feel like it's true of like everything with humans. It's like we're individuals, but we're also part of a community. And that's just like one of the really weird things to wrap your head around about being a person. And it's, same thing with music, I guess. Yeah,
for sure.
I'm curious, like with Evil Hero, since it's a concept album and because you're telling a story, how conscious are you when you're starting to write a song of like, or were you, I guess, for that project, how conscious were you when you were starting to write a song of like where it's going to go in the progression? And was there ever a time where you're like, oh, I need a song like this for this moment in the album, so I need to write a song like this, rather than it just kind of coming to you and like riding that wave of creativity?
Yeah, so when I first was thinking about the album, well, the first song I was intentional about for this album was it was called Bust Your Head, and it's like this hard ass, like crazy, just saying like the worst things possible kind of song. and like I was like, oh, like it would be cool if, because people were in my ears, more like so many people were in my ear, they were like, yo, your last project was so like mellow and like depressing, like I want like a hard song from you. And I made like some hard music, and I was like, okay, like this is what y'all want. So I thought of this concept for this album where like I would do like all the songs like that, where like they were all like, I was like playing this character of like this the manic character who's just obsessed with money, women, and like violence. And then it just felt like I was making songs like that on purpose, and then it felt unfulfilling. I'm like, well, this doesn't feel like a dynamic album.
Right.
So then I was like, I think I need more like nobody lives just like that, and they don't have a reason to live like that.
Sure.
So then I was like, okay, like let me make some songs. Like, you know, I'm like an emotional person, so I was like, let me make some more emotional songs. And then I was like, wait, now this album feels like less complete because like there's like two sides to this person. Where does it end? So then I was like, okay, I need like an ending song. Yeah. All right, now like I've created this story and there's pieces missing. It needs to flow a little better. And then I was like, oh, well, I made this song before that I scrapped because this album was supposed to just be hard and like violent and like whatever. So then I would go back and add songs from before. So it was like a combination of me like doing all, like making songs intentionally for it, making songs to fit the narrative, and then like making songs just because like that's how I felt.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's really interesting, and it feels like that's like a tiny metaphor for like what the album is about too. So that's really interesting. I feel like that really puts me in the mindset that you were in when you were creating the whole thing as this entire like concept. Yeah, very interesting. There's a lot of cool visual elements to the album as well, and like and you bring a lot of like, you know, you have really cool fashion and like masks and stuff that you wear during performances, and there's so much cool imagery associated with the album. I'm curious, like, how did you go about creating that like visual side and that visual world to the album, but also you as an artist?
Yeah. Honestly, I really, really like wrestling.
And cool.
It's like I wear these wrestling masks, and it started before the album. I just one day I was performing, and I was like, I should wear a wrestling mask. I haven't performed in a long time. I just want to do something weird. And they're like, this doesn't even match your image. And I was like, I don't care. Like, my image is gonna always match who I am because it's who I am. And like my music. So I just started wearing it, and like when I don't wear it, people are like, where's the mask? So I was like, okay, like this is a time where like I'm talking about a superhero. Superheroes wear masks. Yeah. And I like have this collection of masks from like performing. And like and I pick like wrestlers who I like really like their matches. Some of them are like Japanese, some of them are Mexican. Both cultures wear masks when they wrestle. Americans too, but not as much. So that's kind of the mask aspect of it. And fashion, like I don't know. It's like the music I make always matches the way I'm dressing at the time. So sometimes like I'll start dressing away and they'll be like, yo, that doesn't match your music, but it matches like the next, like the new music I'm starting to make.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And like I was dressing like really flashy and it was during the pandemic and I was like making a lot of money and spending not that much money. So like I had so much that I was just buying mad expensive clothes, and that's kind of like who Evil Hero is. He's just like, he just gets to the bag and just spends it. So I just had these clothes that were really expensive and these shiny masks. And I was like, oh, like this is the superhero. This is him. And like for the album cover, I made it more dramatic just to show like the duality. There's like a shiny mask and like black clothing. So yeah, I just think about that. I think about the different moods for the character, and I'm just friends with a lot of dope photographers who are like down to kind of just capture those moments.
No, that's really cool. Yeah, and the I think of the cover for Small World as well. I really like that cover a lot. It's like super
Thank
sick.
you. Yeah.
What did you like? How did you? Who did that? Yeah, like basically, who did that?
Ooh, so if you want to look, if you're like watching this and you want to look, you can. He's tagged on the picture.
On Instagram.
Yes, on Instagram. There is this guy from South America who I found just through the Explore page, and he just made a lot of chrome graphics. And during the pandemic, I was like, hey, like, I like your stuff. Can you help make my album cover? It was for my last project, 1000 Year Grief. And ever since then, he's worked on like almost everything.
Wow. With
me. He's really, 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 really good.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's mad creative. I don't even really know his name. Because like I'm just like, yo, can you do this for me? He's like, yep. And we have a very, I think the word's parasocial relationship. He sent me a lot of different versions of that, and I was like, I like that one. So,
yeah. No, I had a similar experience once where I hired like a graphic designer guy to do an EP cover for me, and I really liked his work. And yeah, he just sent me a few versions, and I liked one, so I picked it, and then I asked him to fix like one thing. And then we just never talked again.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know he listened to my music. One time he was just like, I really like this song. And I was like, oh, wow.
Nice.
I don't even know. He seems cool to me.
Yeah.
He's always down to work. And yeah, I appreciate him. I think his name's like Gabriel.
Hopefully it's Gabriel.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Shout out to hopefully Gabriel.
Yeah.
But no, maybe we can put his handle on the screen or something.
Yeah.
Now he's
it's
super
like
talented. Yeah.
Gabby with mad underscores and then maybe some numbers.
You want to shout out the person who did the Evil Hero cover as well?
Same person.
Oh, same person.
Yeah.
Oh, it's him as well from Small World.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
he
that.
He does like all my stuff.
Gotcha. No, that's wicked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes my respect for him even larger.
Yeah. He's fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
This person named Justina did the pictures though. She took those pictures for Evil Hero.
Right, that's the other side of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a really, really, really good photographer. Probably my favorite one that I know.
Wow.
She is Aquafina Tina on Instagram.
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if this gets into a clip, we'll put her on screen as well.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. So circling back to the fashion. Okay. Let's say I'm a guy who wears the same pair of like long khaki shorts and a Family Guy graphic tee.
Oh no.
Every day. How do I get drippy? Break it down for me.
Okay. So you just need to find your lanes. Who are your inspirations? What do you like? Where are you from? You need to understand your identity. And if your identity is what you're wearing right now, you need to change your identity. Like a Family Guy t-shirt and khaki shorts. No.
So you'll never be seen rocking that fit?
No, I don't even like wearing shorts. I think I have one pair of shorts. I wear shorts when I play basketball or work out.
I don't like them either, really.
Yeah, I'm not a shorts person. I don't like showing my legs. I just, yeah. So
I always feel like I look like a schoolboy when I'm wearing
Yeah,
shorts. It doesn't feel right.
I feel like I'm being infantilized by my clothes. It doesn't feel wavy.
Family Guy graphic tee doesn't help with that either.
No, it just feels like you went to Target and was like, this is gonna be the place I'm gonna find all my clothes.
Yep.
And shout out to affordability, but
Yeah.
where's the creativity
Right.
in that? I think like maybe look on some fashion pages, see what resonates with you,
Mm-hmm.
see how you can personalize the way you dress, because and then also like putting things together and making them look beautiful is just like fun.
Right.
So have more fun with the way you get dressed, is what I would tell somebody.
Is that like, because I'm not like deep into fashion, as you can probably tell, but I see that word like, here's like styling, like here's how I would style this pair of jeans or whatever. Like, is that what that means? Because to me, when I see that word, I'm like, what does that mean? Like styling.
Yeah, that's bullshit to me. Styling a pair of whatever, I don't know. Like, I know sometimes people like cut up their clothes or like fold it a certain way and they're like, I'm styling this. It's like, okay, whatever. But if I'm thinking about styling something, it would maybe be like, what would I wear this with?
Yeah.
Which makes more sense to me. But the
Right.
whole like, I have jeans and I'm going to wear them a different way. It's like, all right. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, kind of a confusing word. So I thought I would
Yeah.
ask someone who's a little more into
Yeah.
fashion than me. Do you have any favorite, like, is it more like brands or designers, or how does it work?
Brands, yeah. I'm not. So I'm getting into like high fashion, and I'm realizing the material's like not that worth the money.
What do you mean?
Like,
Like physically what it's made of?
yeah.
Okay.
Like, you buy like Vivienne Westwood necklace, and it's just cheap. It's
Made
like,
of cheap stuff, yeah.
It's like gold plated. You buy like Versace stuff, it's not high quality. So I just stopped buying stuff like that. I'm like, that's not worth my money. I can buy a fake version. If I can buy a fake version of your stuff and it's like the same quality, it's just not
Yeah.
worth me buying your stuff.
Yeah, it feels dubious.
Yeah. If you're gonna charge people thousands of dollars for something, you should just like have high quality stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm more into like streetwear stuff. I really I love Bape. I always rock Bape. It's just like a classic. They got some bad designs, but you just really sift through and find like classic pieces. I like their collaborations just with like pop culture stuff. Like they have a Pokemon, like a Pikachu hoodie that I really want so bad, that I wish someone got me for Christmas, but
It's like, I'm picturing just like mustard yellow hoodie with like Pikachu's face on. Wait, is Bape the one that has like the big like smiley face with like the like jagged teeth, or is that something else? Like the smiley face that goes all the way up the hood?
it's like the shark
Yeah,
teeth.
that's them?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I've seen this before, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be wearing them. But
Yeah.
it's just it has like Pikachu ears on it. And I think it does have like the face, I'm not sure. But and then it has like Pokeballs all along it. It's like
I want to see this because
Yeah.
it's hard to...
it's hard to picture. It's fire. It's like, I love maximalism. Like, there are different degrees of maximalism, but like I really like flashy stuff. If I'm gonna buy something that I think is like a brand that I appreciate, I want people to know I'm wearing the brand.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be subtle. And
Yeah.
like some people like love the subtlety of stuff. I'm like, no, I need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's... like it reminds me a little bit of like the wrestling, the masks. It's like this kind of loud maximalism stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like Bape. There's this brand called Tsukami that I really like. I like Avisu. I like Marc Jacobs has this thing called the Heaven Collection. I really like that. Yeah, that's really what I'm rocking with
Nice.
these days.
I'm going to have to do some research because I'm pretty not knowledgeable.
Yeah. Oh, Pharrell has this brand called Billionaire Boys Club ice cream, BBC ice cream.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fell off, and now I feel like they're on their way back up. I rock with them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing it probably all depends on like the specific people that are designing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how that works, but
I really like Gucci though. I really like their designs.
Mm-hmm.
I think rappers wear Gucci and Versace so ugly though. But
the way they style it.
yeah, they just, it's like loud and just ugly. It's just like they're not it's like, imagine they just threw like snares where the kick's supposed to be and kicks where the snare's supposed to be.
I tried that once.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It's not what you think it's gonna be. So I feel like that's what they do with those brands, but I think those brands have like good pieces.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'll be doing research for sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Pete's got a question. Ask a question and I'll repeat it into the mic. I want people to hear it.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna like ask.
Yeah, Pete wants to know if there are. Pete wants to know if there's local artists, local fashion designers, and like brands that you dig that you would. I don't know. Is that the question? Like, yeah, how much does the local aspect play into fashion for you?
Pete, I am not tapped in.
Damn.
I am not tapped in. I know that I know it exists. I'm not that tapped in. I mentor this high schooler who has a brand that's called Social Street, but I think he's about to quit that brand. Shout out to Danny. Yeah, I know they exist. I'm just not tapped in. If you are a local brand and you want me to be tapped in, let me know.
He's taking submissions.
I am. I will wear your stuff if it's fire.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's a nice offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll buy it also. Like, I'm not just gonna wear it, but I'll buy it.
Give your stuff to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, another question as far as like the visual element is concerned. This one's a little more fun, but
Okay.
do you have any, how do I say this? Do you have any like dream ideas for like music videos that you know like this would be, the budget for this would be insane, or I just have no idea how I would physically go about making this happen, that you've been like, this would be amazing for this song, but it just feels impossible?
Yeah. I had so many ideas for Evil Hero. It was crazy. I would love if for Heavy Metal Foes, if I was jumping off like a building and like someone was diving trying to so like I jump off like a building backwards, so the back of my head is like parallel to the ground, but it's like a high building, like Empire State Building type building.
Okay.
And someone is chasing me and jumps off too, and I'm fighting with them through the air, and I'm rapping and fighting, and I have guns and I'm shooting at them. Crazy.
It's like some Devil May Cry shit.
Yeah. I just want to have a Devil May Cry type fight.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really one that I was like, yo, like if I ever get like CGI and like stuntmen and like a real production team around my music videos,
Yeah.
that'll be it.
No, I'd love to hear. I see that. No,
Yeah.
not hear it. Yeah, but on a related note, like if you got a check for 10 million tomorrow, like it doesn't have to be for that. It could be for anything. What are you doing with that $10 million check?
Ooh. Okay. This is like the question. This is I don't know. I'd fuck that money up. I don't know. That's just too much money.
No one should have 10 million. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that no one should have $10 million.
That's just a drop in the bucket compared to like what some people have.
Yeah,
too.
the billionaires definitely shouldn't exist, but yeah.
+1 on that.
Yeah, billionaires shouldn't exist, but okay, obviously housing for me and my loved ones. I donate to some cool like groups, not charities because charities be fucked up, but like groups that I know are doing important work. I'd be lobbying for like laws and stuff.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, we just go up to I would go up to politicians and be like, "Hey, I'd love to fund your campaign. I think it would be great if we just got rid of the police and I gave you all this money for your campaign to get rid of them. Find alternatives, obviously, but yeah.
Do you think you could find a politician that has that perspective? Because I feel like that's pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's some city councilors in Boston who had that perspective.
Yeah.
I'm very involved in like Boston City Council stuff, but it's just obviously money makes people move different.
Yep.
So
it tends to.
yeah, so I think we could find people, especially if there's money involved. But it's just the people with the money don't have the right agendas. And then I would fund my music career crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'd throw mad money at it.
$100.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, here's the music video y'all been wanting. Here's this PR team. Here's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I mean, that's a pretty solid answer.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people would immediately go to just like the most expensive like physical object they could think of or something.
Nah, I feel like I'm able to buy what I want.
Right.
I mean, not because I don't have crazy aspirations for like what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like for me, probably the most expensive thing I could realistically think about buying that I would actually want is either, well, one, maybe a studio. Studio shit is really expensive, but barring that, like just like a nice place to live, like not even an insane, definitely not like a mansion or something, just like a nice house in a nice area with like trees and fresh air and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like really expensive already. So
I don't even love like, I'm not a picky person about where I live. Like I live in like a nice, cool apartment. Like I just got my own place.
That's nice.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I don't need much. That's why like that much money. I'm like, okay, now I have a responsibility to like do something important.
Yeah. It's like Evil Hero himself.
Yeah.
Being saddled with responsibility. No, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So here's a question. There's a serial killer on the loose and he's kidnapped you and you've been taken hostage. You're in his basement and he's a Michelin star. I don't know. Can you have multiple stars as like just a guy?
I think so.
Or is it a restaurant?
I think
He's the head chef at a restaurant with 3 Michelin stars, which is the most you can have, right? I think that's the most you can have. Okay, what's your last meal?
My last
before
meal.
he puts you out.
I'm not dying. I will not die. Here, if I'm ever kidnapped, apparently if you tell serial killers your life story, they won't kill you.
Who said that?
That's like, it's like psychologically not proven, but it's proven that it'll make it harder to kill you.
Okay.
Like if they know a lot about you.
It all started in 19. No, we don't have to. We don't have to get the.
Yeah. I'll tell some traumatic ass stories.
Yeah.
We can bond. I'll be like, yo, like, why are you doing this? What's up?
Yeah.
You don't have to do this.
What's going on with the restaurant?
Yeah. But I'm really picky with food. I don't know. And I get like obsessive with food. I have like, I think I have ADHD, so I have like ADHD food interactions.
Right.
Like I'll like one thing for mad long. Mad long meaning like 3 weeks, and then I'll be like, ew, I hate this. But
go ahead.
Right now I'm craving like pasta and steak.
Pasta and steak.
Yeah, with like some asparagus.
Okay.
Some mashed potatoes.
What's on the pasta though?
It's Alfredo.
Okay.
Cheese. It's like
capers. Do you like capers?
Nah, some broccoli. I don't know what capers are.
Really?
Yeah, are they like red or something?
No, they're like, they're like, I think they're technically like a berry, but they're like pickled in brine. There's these little green balls that are like kind of salty. Yeah. Are they sour?
They be in the olives.
Like a little? No.
When you get a jar of olives, they have capers in them.
Do they?
I know exactly what you're talking about because I was reading my jar of olives and I was like, there's more shit in here. I don't know what this is. And it's like capers, okay.
I thought they had pimento peppers in them or something.
Yes, those two.
Okay.
That's why I was like, are they red? Because I'm like, are they the peppers or the small green balls?
Yeah, small little green balls and they're like salty and a little bit sour. I like them.
In my pasta, nah. I don't even like olives.
I don't like olives,
I don't
but
like-
capers, they're nice.
I'm really picky with food. I don't like shit.
Fair enough. I mean, that's not a bad answer. I feel like that's something that a Michelin star chef would be happy to make for you.
Yeah, I like filet mignon. I
And-
want the steak.
Yeah.
Have no fat, just filleted.
Wow. And then maybe he wouldn't even kill you after.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, try that. I feel like if I made him eat enough of it, he would just be too tired to kill me.
The tryptophans.
Yeah, he might have to go to the bathroom first. Yeah, I'm not dying.
No, I believe that. Yeah, I mean, you do actually have superpowers, right?
Yeah, I could.
That part is not fiction.
Yeah, of course.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Yeah. When you're not doing music, when you're not getting drippy, and you're not being picky with food, what do you do for fun?
Right now I'm playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you've talked about this, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan right now. Like how I obsess about food.
Mhm.
I obsess with like my hobbies. Like music was one of them at a point. Right now I'm not in my obsessed music phase, but
Feel that.
that was when my album was out, like coming out. I was like obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I play video games right now. I'm playing this game called Armored Core 6.
Oh, yeah, no, that looks tight.
Yeah, it's fire.
I haven't tried it, but
I like Elden Ring.
nice.
I was playing 2K with my friend. You know 2K, the basketball game?
I never played it, but I'm not really a sports guy, so.
Yeah. It pisses me off. The game cheats. I hate it. Like, I be thinking I'm nice, and then it's just like, no, you're actually not. You suck. What else do I do? I play basketball in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to hang out with my friends and tell jokes and just be like funny with them.
You ever think about doing comedy?
I'm not that kind of funny. I'm not stand-up comedy kind of funny. I'm like say something crazy kind of funny.
Okay.
Or like just be chaotic. What else? Yeah, those are my hobbies. Like video games, basketball, Yu-Gi-Oh, watching wrestling. I like watching TV shows. Anime.
Yeah. Any favorites at the moment in either category?
Yeah, it's like basic to say, but Jujutsu Kaisen is fire. Berserk, fire.
Wait, anime Berserk?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
About to have an issue.
Chainsaw Man, fire.
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is like one of my all-time favorites. Hunter x Hunter, all-time favorites. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's just so many that like I've grown. I've been watching anime since like I could remember. So
The world might be turning into like a desert, but there's like so much media that you don't really have to care. So that's cool.
I care.
No, I care too. But it is funny how there's just like an endless amount of like media. You could never even get through like 1% of it. Like it's insane.
It's crazy. It's like that's what TikTok is. Just like
the void.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun. No, I mean that seems like a good palette of hobbies and non-music pastimes and stuff.
Yeah. I would say I think I don't know. I know I could be doing more stuff. I'm always looking for more hobbies.
Everyone can, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's no reason to, get really worked up over like what you're doing in your free time. It's supposed to be enjoyable,
Yeah. But sometimes I'll be bored.
Sure.
Sometimes I'll be bored.
Yeah.
I need to find something new.
I haven't been bored for a while because it's just like I always have some stuff to do on my to-do list. And then once I get through that, I have like 5 video games that I've been wanting to play for like months. So it's like, that's one thing I don't miss about being like a little younger is I used to get like so bored and depressed and just be like, why am I even here? But I don't really get that anymore. So that's nice.
Yeah, sometimes I'd be I don't like taking vacation, like taking trips. I don't like to travel. It's crazy. Everyone's like, you don't like to travel, but yeah.
I know people like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to travel. I don't like nature. I'm just like a homebody, like a real like home introvert. So sometimes I'll like be like, I'm taking like a week off and just like doing nothing.
Yeah.
by like day 3, I'm like, wow, I'm bored.
Right.
Yeah. So that's when I feel like it. I haven't had anything stack up really that I like want to do. So
Oh, I mean, everyone's got their battles. For
you're
me,
a hard
it's
worker.
too much shit sometimes. But I don't know. I feel like you work hard too. Like that album took a lot, and you were just telling me before we started rolling that you've been writing a lot of new music recently. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I feel like I have like 20 good songs in the vault.
20. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How long does it take you to write a song?
They don't happen like straight up. So I don't know. It's just it's so different for each song. There were times where like it's taken me like an hour to write a song. There's times where like I do like 30-minute sessions of like starting to write it, taking a break, and then starting to write it, and like going back and forth for like months.
Wow. Okay.
So like I don't know. It's a different experience each song.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm always trying to do something different. I don't like making the same song over and over again. So I'm always trying to challenge myself. So sometimes I'm like, this is out of the box for me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. That's good to be challenged like that and stuff.
Yeah. If I'm not challenged, then I'm bored.
Your phone flashlight is on. I feel like I should tell you this.
It is? Oh my God. Yeah, people are lighting up my phone, so
What?
like
What does that mean?
they keep hitting me up. Like I got like a phone call and whatever like during the interview.
Turns your flashlight on?
No, so it turns like it unlocks my phone
and then you
I
hit
click the button by accident. Yeah,
Understood.
I just put it down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so on that note of like writing new music, can you tell us a little bit about the song that we're going to be doing today?
Yeah. So you sent me the beat. After you sending me a lot of beats and me being like picky and like going through them, like it's just like it's like wild. It's like fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a bag of just being like free and being different from all my past selves. So it's like high energy is weird.
Nice.
Kind of fucking around.
So this is not like Evil Hero, a continuation or something of that, or is it?
Nah, it's just like straight up me just being wild.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. You sent me like a rough cut.
A real rough cut, but yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked it, and I'm really excited to hear this. So,
All right.
You want to get into it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah. Thanks for talking.
Of course.
Cool.
I was doing hood rat shit. I was doing hood rat shit when you call me. I was in the phone when you call me. You was being born when you call me. I was getting money when you call me. I was going dummy when you call me. I was dumbing honeys when you call me. Nigga, we was running when you call me. I was selling when you call me. Fuck the DA, he won't go to heaven. I'm riding 10 deep, I need me 11. It get real cold, I need me a sweater. She say it get wet, but it could get wetter. I'm losing my focus, I need to be better. Fuck the police, yeah, that's better. They can't find out that a nigga is breaded. They gon' leave my ass toast. I need me a second, shit, I need me a third. I feel like Michael going ham in the third. Shit, I feel like Spiteful at the courthouse yelling free all the niggas. I'm there every week, yelling free all the niggas. I keep it a stat, you can't keep it a buck. Niggas talking at Kleo, tell them shut the fuck up. Ride around with a baddie, she be eating it up. Ride around with a baddie, wait, I think I'm in love. Hood rat shit when you call me. I was in the farm when you call me. You was being born when you call me. I was getting money when you call me. I was going dummy when you call me. I was dumbing honeys when you call me. Nigga, we was running when you called me. I was selling when you called me. When you called me. When you called me. Nigga, I was in the fucking booth when you called me. Call me. Call me. Hello, call me. I was in the when you called me.
Hey, thanks for listening. You can find Kleo at Kleo2020 on Instagram. You can find us at firekeeper.studios on Instagram or at our website, firekeeperstudios.com. Check out Pete's website for videography, peterdebarosfilms.com, or his Instagram at KillPeteFilms. Peace.